Most people quit their dreams way too early and they don't really ever come back to them. Now, that is the real turning point for a lot of people in determining the trajectory of the rest of their life, because they're going to consistently look back and say, what happens if it did work out? Well, if I didn't do that one thing, then it could have worked out. Or if this would have happened, or if this person invested in me, or this thing, was different, then that could have been successful. Yes, that's all true. However, it is your choice to say when enough is enough. Essentially, everything can be successful in your life. Every single thing. The only thing that's really stopping you is the fact that once you have that essential setback, and all it is a setback. You lose that initial company you had with that partner, so you have to rebuild from scratch. We're in like a fire and you lost all your inventory. You had lost your physical location and now you have to move online. There's a lot of different factors that can play into what gave you that setback. You found out you owe a lot of money because something broke down in a building that you invested in, and now you have to pay for that repair instead of investing into your business. So, a lot of things can play into why you're not where exactly you thought you would be, and really having to step back from that trajectory. But that's the thing. You can step back and recoup and do it again. And then same again, you hit the wall, you recoup, you go at it again. You keep reinvesting in that vision. And that's really what's kept me successful all these years. It's not because I don't have failures. I have failures every single day. I literally just took down thousands of videos off of social media that took us 3 months to put together, working anywhere from 12-hour to 14-hour days to put out. Just because they were not giving us the result we were looking for, because they were getting violations through the system that we were promoting it through. To put us on a better directory, we had to totally pivot. We had to change a lot of things. We've been working nonstop days, to make up for that. And again, it's a choice. We could have just been like, well, that didn't work. I guess we're quitting. I guess we're not doing that anymore. No, we totally changed what we were doing to get past that, to try something new. Does that mean you're going to be successful in that new thing? No, of course not. But you got to keep showing up. You got to keep putting yourself out there. When I closed down my physical location for my art business, did I want to close it down? Yes and no. At the time, and not really. I would have loved to keep it, but essentially it was not giving us the return on the investment and giving us the time freedom that we essentially wanted. And so we moved everything online. We had to totally restructure, and we're still restructuring after that move, which was almost a year ago, because it's just totally different system. It's a totally different game plan. We decided to focus more on the original art more than the products like we were doing in the physical location. My coaching business, been doing coaching since 2019. So when I was going through my divorce and just trying to figure out how I can help people online and what can I give back to the community as a whole, what can I teach people? Did a lot of my courses take off when I first launched them? No, nobody knew who I was. I didn't have social media presence. I didn't know how to run ads on Meta or Google, I did somewhat on Google, but I didn't have that establishment as being this resource that could actually help people. I had built programs. I built PDFs. I wrote a couple of books that were downloadable. I made, sites and communities built around that, and essentially nothing took off. And it was because of the fact that I didn't know what I didn't know. So I kept investing in myself and learning different ways on how to market online, how to build a social media presence, how to build sales funnels. I didn't know any of that. How to message people cold through DMs. And that all mattered and made a difference. Now, am I exactly where I want to be in all these businesses? No, I'm still building them every day. They're still really new for me. Before I came out of different industries, a long term real estate investor for 15 years. I was in the wedding industry. I had a photography studio for a long time there. I built a whole wedding network online with my ex-partner. So there was definitely different businesses. I had an Amazon store for like 7 years. That was a bookstore. So, over the years I've done multiple things. I had my merchandise for my art licensing stuff in different small boutique shops in my downtown area. So again, it's you got to decide exactly like where you're at in life and what you want to keep investing in, and that's really what it's all about. And that's going to determine in the long term if what you were building is successful or not.